Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
This is the first episode, baby, of David and Goliath Sports Podcast, and I got none other than the man himself, the sack machine, the weed smoking man.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Come on with it.
Crime, none other than number 95 himself, Mr. David Irving. What's up, baby?
What's up, OG? Hey, what a great introduction. Let them know. I'm still alive, well, and kicking, and it's a pleasure to be here with y'all.
He is the only man that retired on IG Live, smoking the blunt.
Yeah.
Smoking the blunt, baby.
Yeah. Roll tight with it.
That's right. Roll tide, baby. All right,
no, roll tight with it.
Roll tight with it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
He was ready for that roll tide.
Yeah. Oh, my God, man. But check this out, though. This is the first episode, and it was only right that we have the best that you can remember. The best podcaster for the Dallas Cowboys, the Beard, the Twin. You know what I'm saying? And remember, you listen to nothing but the best himself.
Oh, my goodness, man.
My brother, Mr. Law Nation, is in the house with us today. What's up, Law?
Come on with it, then.
Let's go, baby.
Come on with it, baby. Let's get drunk with it, then.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get an intro for my guy David Irving, though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get one for him. Yeah. But man, it's always good. Oh yeah, I'm gonna conjure that one up, man, and we're gonna have that one in the mix. But man, it's always a pleasure talking to you guys, man, and talking to the nation. Let's get it.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. And I just want to say thank you all for being a part of this, man. Like, I'm like, dude, I got a real Dallas Cowboy as my homie, my brother, man. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like we can do this thing for real. Like, we talking, catch up on each other. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we good,
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. God is good, bro.
All the time.
All the time. God
is good. Amen. Yeah. I'm gonna let you lead the way on this though, man, because I got some questions. I got some questions for my guy 95. I got some questions for him.
All right. But before we do that, my first question is to you, Law. First question is to you, bro. Yeah. Listen. I've been a Cowboy fan since 1984, since I came out the womb. You know what I'm saying? I'm 40 years old. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Got my Tony Romo doll right here. My Tony figurine right here. Yeah. I got my Troy Aikman talking doll in the other room. That Smith gold plates in there, Hey, I'm die hard. So what made you a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan?
Everson Walls, man, he wore 24, by the way, and he's the guy that I had my eyes glued to the TV watching, the guy that came from nowhere, the underdog. You know what I'm saying? I always say, man, even a trash can can get a steak, right? And on top of that, you just got to continue to grind to shine, and he was that guy. So number 24, Everson Walls, is the person that made me a diehard Cowboy fan. In the 80s, we wasn't winning like we were in the 90s. So, my blessing came down the way. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you're right about that, man. We definitely had some messed up times in the 80s, though. Saying that I can remember. Going to school at those times and saying you're a Cowboy fan wasn't the best, but
wasn't the best, man.
We had a few wins in there, just a few.
Just a few. Yeah.
Yeah. So after being a fan like that, Everson Walls, getting your attention. And then, of course, the 90s, we had the best of times, winning the Super Bowl and everything. And now, 29 years later, you're a podcaster. You know what I'm saying? But you are the best one out there. What made you want to, become a podcaster for the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, it started off, man, me initially just going over film reviews, film footages, just talking about it like Brian Baldinger does now. And somebody said, hey, man, this dude got a good voice. Hey, you ought to break this down. You ought to break that down. And then I started that way. But it was also another guy named Shango who did a lot of content that I kind of looked up to. So I was like, okay, if he can do it, I can do it. And now look at me, David Irving. Now look at me,
I
dog.
got it
Yeah,
going. You know
yeah,
what I'm
got it
saying?
going. Got Cowboys, everything, a sweater, a hat,
Yes, sir.
a t-shirt on up under here, a belt. Cowboys, everything. Hey,
We go.
the Cowboys may not be winning, but I'm winning over here,
That's
huh?
right. That's right.
Right. That's right. And then follow suit one of these days.
Right, right, right.
Oh man. So David, my partner, man,
What's
I
up?
gotta ask you, brother,
Let's
how
hear it.
tough has it been watching this team, you know what I'm saying, lose and now, okay, no disrespect. Now, we didn't necessarily win all the time when you was on the squad, but we
True.
were winning. We was in
True.
position.
Yeah.
So, what was it like? The feeling of just losing all the time and not reaching that ultimate goal.
I mean, to be honest, it is tougher. Like you mentioned, we did lose at times. Then, we had our Matt Castle era. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
And it was tough.
Hey,
However, it is tougher now. It is tougher now. Back then, at least I was sharing it. I was
Yeah.
out, was able to help out in some way. Even if we still didn't win, I was able to contribute. Now I'm watching, and it's like, man, ain't nothing I could do for you, boys.
Nothing, nothing.
It's been times
God,
where I'd be tired coming out 13 play drive. I come out for a play or two, they start driving again. It doesn't matter how tired I am. And
Right.
Marinelli, it didn't matter to him either. We
Yeah.
looked, get out there, and I got out there, and now it's not much or anything I could do, and it is hard to see. I feel like I don't really even. I honestly don't even understand what it could be. I don't know. It has to be something with the coaching or a lack of motivation. But, it wasn't just me getting sacks when I was there. D-Law was getting sacks. Ty Crawford was getting some sacks.
oh
Of
yeah,
course, we had Greg Hardy getting sacks, but there's not too many of those. But my point is now it seems like our sacks come more from our linebackers and secondary. We got to do all these blitzes and schemes to get a sack where when
Right.
we were there, it was 4-on-4 or 4-on-5. We didn't care what it was. We didn't need our linebackers and all that to do. We
Right.
covered. And for me, that's what's lacking. That's what's lacking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, amongst other things, but from the defensive perspective,
all
Yeah.
right, go ahead, Law, you got it.
Well, we can look at this team and different coaches. We can say the same thing. This team be unprepared. I heard you even mention political football that's be around here in Dallas. You know how it goes. And I'll never forget the storyline. Whereas, Jason Garrett thought that you had to do X, Y, and Z things. Bro, you can say, man, I can roll out of the bed and fire up a
you know what I'm
and
saying?
still perform better than these guys. And that's the thing. When we start talking about the Cowboys, the first thing that we look at is the similarities. There was 8-8, 8-8, 8-8 for the Jerry Jones, Jason Garrett administration. Now it's 12-5, 12-5, 12-5 for the Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy. They are saying that technically Mike McCarthy is fat Jason Garrett. Fat
Does he,
Garrett. That's
Wow.
for real. That's what they
does he
call him.
clap?
And I
Well,
ain't
you
trying
got to
to
talk
beat
about the
up Mike
man.
McCarthy.
You got to
Yeah.
talk about his body size, Law. Come on, man.
Wait a
Oh,
minute. I'm just saying that's what people call him because
how you trying to
it
say he
seems.
fat Jesus? What you trying to say? God.
What's your thoughts, man? What's your thought? I know you didn't coach. Well, I know you didn't play under Mike McCarthy, but are you seeing some of the same issues from one coach to the next?
I am, but I feel like that's just a byproduct of the actual problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Keep going.
I feel like that's a byproduct of the actual problem. The real problem, they ain't got, I don't want to, let me be as, politically correct as I can. They
Okay.
don't have a guy like me leading their defense, and they don't like guys like me in the NFL.
Oh.
They can't control us a certain way. And
Mm.
that's the problem. Football, let's think of the old school football. We used to knock heads off. We used to fight. We used to get
Yeah.
dirty. We used to
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
care what was broken. We breaking helmets and dragging our leg out there.
Yeah.
It's not that these days. We got these TikTok dancers as NFL players. We got athletic TikTok dancers as NFL players. That's the problem. They
Mm.
want to get what's politically correct and what looks the best on media instead of winning fucking games. That's the
Mm.
problem. So I feel
Ooh,
like the
wee.
coaching thing is a byproduct of that at the end of the day.
Wow.
All right.
That's
All
deep.
right. All right. I got a question on that, Law. I got a question.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. I do remember the old school.
Okay.
I do remember, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we all remember Emmitt Smith. We remember Troy, and we remember, Michael Irvin. We remember all that. Remember all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
The
right,
other 94, DeMarcus Ware. Remember all that. Hard
right.
hitters. Didn't care about your mama.
Hard hitter.
Love your
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
dad.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, we hear that, and we see what Michael Parsons has going on. He's a dog. Can't, got to give it
Yeah,
to him. He going
yeah.
there to plays his butt off. But then after the games, he jumps on and do his podcast, right? After the game. Each game, whether a
Yeah.
blowout loss or a blowout win, he's going to get on that podcast. But the thing is, remembering what the Cowboys did back in the day when they had radio station, their own
Mhm.
show, I don't ever recall them talking to the enemy.
How do you approach this going up against DQ, given the relationship you have with him, his importance to you?
Oh man, I would say, man, me and Q still talk to this day. He shoots me up text every week or two, more frequently. Recently, maybe trying to get in my head a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But no, he actually helped me get some tickets to the game too for my family. So that goes to show you what type of coach DQ is. And
What you think about that with them talking to the enemy, like the other players are saying,
the ops.
you know what I'm saying? I don't get down like that.
Oh, okay.
I was raised a different way. You don't play with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? They your friend after the season is over, but during the season, you ain't Jack. I don't care if we've been friends for 20 years. You're an enemy. What's up with that?
Oh man, they doing that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this, a popularity contest now? What is it to talk for? We was just mano a mano in person for a couple hours hitting each other in the face, or should have been.
Yep.
What are we talking about online, guys? Get your followers, come follow me, my followers to follow you, build some drama, reality TV bullshit. No. Yeah, that's not acceptable. And I personally don't like it because, as y'all know, hell, I could just post me chilling at home with a couple friends. The NFL would tell me, take it down. That's not good. But that's good, what we're doing now, though. But I get it. It brings views to the end. I mean, it's all about views these days, it seems. I mean, I'm not even going to talk about the Taylor Swift stuff and the views and all that.
Right.
This topic. We're just going to stay on this topic.
You already know.
Yeah, it's a different culture to football, and it's the softest era we've ever had.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, okay. Well, that leads into this segue right here. We just found out yesterday through his podcast. No, actually, he was talking in the locker room, and they asked him about our next opponent. And Dan Quinn is the head coach of our next opponent. Cowboy Nation, I don't know if you guys are cool with that, so drop it in the comments if you are. But I wouldn't be talking to the opposite coach. And I honestly believe that's a culture thing. Because each time we played Mike McCarthy's former team or somebody that he used to coach, we got blasted.
We did. Yeah.
Even if we had the lead, they came back and whipped out behind. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to spend my time answering questions about, when you was with Aaron Rodgers or when you were with, Cobb, when he was a receiver for your team. I'm not going out to the middle of the field. I talk to you when the game is completely over. But before then, I don't need my emotions mixed up. You know what I'm saying? Dang, man, I miss coaching him, man.
Yeah.
Like, you see your girl, like, you with your wife, your new wife.
Yeah. You
eat your restaurant, and you see your old boo, you want to get up and, put your cornbread to the side. Dang, babe, how you been, girl? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, no, man. Because I'm trying to get something from my wife when I get home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's up with that, man? Talk to me. What's up with that, bro?
Law, you want to answer that one?
Well, I'll jump in. That's the old classic. Hey, big head. You see it. You be like, hey, big head.
Hey,
but hey, you. But I get all of that. The thing is with Parsons, he's different. I think that a class of discretion would work for him. Especially if you in the locker room or you getting interviewed and you saying, yeah, man, me and Dan Quinn, we talk every other day. And yeah, we talk about this and that. And also he got me tickets for the game and my family people. That's tampering, right? That's tampering because David Irving can't do that. He can't send some stuff over there to another team or to the other team's coach because they will pull it up and say, hey, David, what you doing? Or somebody send you tickets to the game or your people. And then when it's time for your contract up, they say, David, I looked out for you, right? Exactly. Hey, you I looked out for you. I got your whole family a suite and everything. So come on over to our side. Come on with it.
Yep.
I just think that discretion, even if Dan Quinn gave Michael Parsons those tickets, he could have kept that between him and Dan Quinn. You know, he don't have to
Absolutely
tell
right.
that to anybody else. Yeah, but he gonna learn the hard way, and he's a generationally talented player too, though, right?
Yeah.
So who gonna tell him, hey, get your act together? Who on that team can pull Michael Parsons to the side and say, hey, dog, you talking too much, man?
What's your point? What's
Yeah, nobody. It's crazy. Hey, a couple years ago, I know a couple who would have,
Who
you
would
know,
have?
the
Yeah,
Greg Hardys of the team. And he would have,
yeah,
and people say what they want now, but listen, I've never seen a man scare other men like this,
yeah,
like in jail or some shit. It was
yeah, yeah,
all tough guys until Greg came around, and
yeah.
so it just needs to be more team leaders, who can counsel with each other, and it should
Right,
be
right.
about football, number one, winning games. The team, the players, the members of the team, that's who basically enforces, well, and kind of creates the culture, the team attitude, the team culture. You
yeah,
know, we
yeah.
we didn't care about all that
Yeah,
other shit. We
yeah,
wanted to fight. Like when we lost, we wanted to. I'm not gonna lie, y'all could watch the film. Every game we've lost with the Cowboys, I'm going straight to the locker room. I'm not shaking no hands.
yeah,
We not
yeah,
friends. I can't wait to see y'all again and what I'm gonna do to y'all next time.
yeah.
And so
Absolutely.
yeah, it's just a different mentality these days.
Mm,
I haven't I didn't shake anyone's hand. If anything, some players from the Chiefs, because I started with them, they came up to me afterwards, but it
Mm.
wouldn't be on no friendly stuff. After every play of that Chiefs game, I'm not talking to coaches and that. After every play of that Chiefs game I made, I stood facing their coaches and I
right.
pointed to their fucking coaches. That's
Mm.
what I did every play.
Oh,
That's the
intimidation. Yeah,
attitude. Yeah, that's the
Right.
yeah.
attitude.
Absolutely.